campers. Welcome to Geeking Out. I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That's
and
still Chris.
try not to adjust your camera because, yeah, we're still ugly.
Your own ugly ass. Anyway, things are changing around here at El Casa del Who, What, Where, whatever. Things are moving around, so that's why we finally gotten things rearranged here a little bit. Got rid of our little table we had here. It's been reappropriated, so we're just going on a wing and a prayer and see how we go from here. But first of a couple of videos we're doing this week. But anyway,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
go ahead. You got something to say? Say it.
No, I mean, yeah, we're back and we're moving up in the world. We got a podcast.
Yeah, we got the podcast up. It's the Chore of Duty. It still falls under the Who, What, Where banner, but we're now, the Chore of Duty is now on 6 different podcast sites, including Apple and Google, if you can find it on Google Podcasts, and on our home base at anchor.fm. So,
oh yeah,
got the first one up. We'll have probably one or two. We'll probably have another. Well, the last one we did, you know, we get long-winded. We did an hour last week. We'll probably wind up doing about 45, 60 minutes on this one. But whatever it takes.
We'll see what happens when he gets going.
Whatever it takes. All right, big guy, go ahead and.
Oh,
you got news to talk
we got
about.
Some news.
Yeah,
that's why we do this stuff, right? That's why we do this stuff. We do
that's
news.
why he does this stuff, right?
Well,
so what's going on?
First up, apparently SyFy channel is picking up 2 brand new ideas for TV shows. One of them is a Chucky series. You know, the killer dog.
Child's Play, yeah.
Yeah, well, apparently they're doing a TV series on it. And Peter Pan.
Chucky, Peter Pan.
Chucky and Peter Pan.
So you've got one about the little redhead from Rugrats, another one about peanut butter. Okay, I can live with those.
I'll never put Chucky and Chucky together. Until now. That's great.
So, if anybody will come up with a goofy ass idea at SyFy channel, they have had nothing but goofy ass ideas since they had the goofy ass idea of spelling SyFy with Y's. SYFY. That's no, that's not weird. That's goofy ass.
Okay. Goofy ass.
Yes,
okay,
it's goofy.
Gotcha.
So Chucky, the most one-trick pony out of all of those monster things. I mean, hey, you think Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th is a one-trick pony? No. Michael Myers is not a one-trick. Chucky is a one-trick pony. Okay?
Yeah.
Sheesh. And as for Peter Pan, it's... Wait until that winds up into litigation, because that's still under copyright as far as the UK is concerned.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, because you got to understand, I can't remember the creator's name. Can't think of Peter Pan's writer's name right now. But either way, when Peter Pan became really successful, he willed the copyright to Peter Pan to a major children's hospital in London.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's...
Oh yeah, they did Hook about a children's hospital. Oh.
Copyright is not the same around the world. Now here in the United States, you got a couple of huge corporations that keep moving the goalpost. It's supposed to have been... Originally it was like 35 years after you die, and then it was 75 years after you die. And then now you can renew it once. As far as Disney is concerned, Mickey Mouse will always be their property, even though he was supposed to have gone into the public domain about 30 years ago, but they keep bribing congressmen. I'm sorry, they keep convincing congressmen to extend the copyright laws. But anyway. But we've gone through this before, because in the UK you can have a perpetual copyright. In matter of fact, the King James Version of the Bible, the most popular one, in the UK, that copyright belongs to the Crown. the Queen of England owns the copyright on the King James Version of the Bible because, well, her ancestor, King James, was the one who authorized it to be written. Thus, the monarchy, the crown, maintains copyright on it. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Nothing's going to happen. It'll happen here in SyFy. Knowing the way SyFy goes, it'll be scheduled for like 13 episodes. They'll do 6 and run out of money. That's the way SyFy usually does their original shows.
Well, yeah, they do.
Unless it's wildly popular and starts getting some street cred like Mr. Robot did. But anyway. I used to think Mr. Robot was Mr. Robot SyFy or USA?
No, USA.
One of y'all will remind me of it.
USA.
Well, USA actually funds their shows. So, speaking of which, still waiting on that second Psych movie. It should be any time.
Yeah, you know what? I was actually going to mention that, like, well, off camera, but I said the word Psych, and I was like, wait a minute. So I was wondering about that.
And I'm waiting for this one because this one has the guy who played Lassiter in it. So, Timothy Ogilson, I think. Something like that. He just underwent medical treatment in between, since the show went off the air. I think it was for cancer of some sort. I'm not sure.
I knew he was sick. I just didn't know if he was.
He's gotten better, but apparently I don't know how much he's changed. But supposedly they're still working on this second one. So, Peter Pan, Chucky, What else you got?
Well, this might also make you upchuck a little bit. NBC is developing a series called Young Rock, which is, I'm guessing it is going to be the story of a younger Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is going to be part of this show. So I don't know if it's going to be like Howie Mandel and his show where he turns into a little cartoon kid, or this is going to be. I lost it. I killed my brother.
If you smell what Peacock is cooking. Young Rock. Look, I like The Rock. I like The Rock. I was a fan of The Rock in the ring, out of the ring, in the theaters. I haven't seen most of his movies. Couldn't care less. But hey, to each their own. The last time I actually cared about one of those stars as a kid shows was Everybody Hates Chris, which is probably the best done out of all of those kid things, because there was, Life with Louie, which was the cartoon.
Well, Everybody That Hates Chris was more realistic when it comes down to family being kind of poor. And,
yeah, sort of kind of thing.
And it's kind of in a Roseanne type of way.
As close to reality as Chris Rock's going to let it get, anyway. Speaking of which, Proud Family finally turned up on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Finally. Not overly enthused, although ABC has picked up the rights to another game show. They're going to be doing a new Supermarket Sweep with Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live as the host.
Yeah.
Only question is, will she wear the ugly sweaters? If you've never watched Supermarket Sweep, that's an in-joke, but them some ugly-ass sweaters to live up to, guys.
I don't know if it was NBC or ABC or whatever, but there's a new show that just came on. Something, I can't remember the girl's name. Something playlist where she hears everybody like sings musicals.
Hate musicals. Despise
like
musical interludes. I saw it advertised. Sat through about 2 minutes of it. First musical interlude, I was gone. I was gone so long, been gone so long. Gone. Buddy, gone.
Did you literally
drop
just,
it like a bad habit?
You just went into musical.
Yeah.
Stop that.
Hey, everybody else does a damn musical episode. We ought to work one in sometime, especially since neither one of us carry a tune in a dump truck. Okay, go ahead. What else you got? What else you got? What else you got? What else you got? What else you got?
Well, again, more topics of TV shows. Disney Plus is doing another show based around the Star Wars franchise. We already know. You've already heard about Kenobi whatever his name is. Am I boring you already? Is that what it is? Am I boring you?
No, Obami Kimasabi. Go ahead.
Anyway, you already know about that. Well, this time they're going to do a show based around Darth Vader, and it's supposed to take somewhere. Hold on, let's see. Around New Hope. Okay. Honestly, I'm actually shocked that they didn't do this before. Because I mean, why not do a show based around Darth Vader? I mean, I know it's taken care of through the movies, episode 1, 2, and 3, which were, but I'm surprised they didn't try and.
Darth Vader is one of those villains. He's got an iconography to him, so he's kind of iconoclastic. He's the one that when you say dark side, we come to the dark side, we have cookies. You're thinking of Darth Vader there on his perpetual CPAP going. But it's if it's done right, I can see it. Dark Horse Comics has done some good Darth Vader things back before Disney bought up Marvel and Star Wars. Then Dark Horse had some good Darth Vader things out. Marvel has put out a couple of good Darth Vader books, for that matter. The character can be done if it's done well, but
we'll see.
But as far as Marvel is concerned, I'll get to that probably in another episode.
All I got to say is, if you're going to do this, you better have James Earl Jones. You hear me? Disney, get James Earl Jones. You already brought him back for the live action Lion King. Come on. Come on. James Earl Jones. You can't have somebody else do that voice. Just saying.
It depends. It depends. Are we going to go...
Shitty.
Hold on. Are we going... No, I'm not saying they should have somebody else. I'm saying what will actually happen. Will they go the Happy Hogan route where they just throw money at this project until it happens, like they did with the DeLorean, the TV series, the Baby Yoda show? That's where they just threw, the Baby Yoda show, where they just threw money at it until it happened. So that worked out all right, pretty well. And then, so if they go the Jon Favreau route and they're willing to shell out the shekels for authentic James Earl Jones, then but do they have? It doesn't matter if they get James Earl Jones to do it or not if the story sucks.
True.
Okay, so the last we saw of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader spoilers. That was Chapter 3, the third prequel. We haven't seen any. We've seen some melted hardware from Darth Vader in the 3 sequels, but
he
7, 8, 9.
He did an awesome cameo in Rogue One at the end of it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You're the only person in America who saw that movie. But anyway,
Rogue One was an awesome movie. It was actually better than most of the Star Wars films.
Incredibly enough, I still have my Disney Plus subscription. I still haven't seen the film and probably won't.
You need to. It's actually better than the...
I'm so burnt out on Star Wars.
It's actually better than the Star Wars films.
I will say this: if it wasn't for you, I would not have seen the 3 sequels. 7, 8, 9. I would not have seen a single one of them, and I wouldn't have. I didn't see any of the 3 prequels. I didn't lose a wink of sleep. I bet you did, though, falling asleep in the theater on the
I did fall asleep. Like, it's too politics. It's way too politic. It was just like, what? What the heck is that? I don't know. No.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and is that all the news you got?
Yes, that is all I got.
So we'll go ahead. We'll wrap this episode up with the news there. We've got probably 3 more episodes coming this week. Okay, now, one, we're going to be talking about the Consumer Electronics Show, the CES, that just wrapped. I've got exactly one thing I want to talk about that premiered at CES. I think this could be kind of exciting news, but
Change the world type of news?
not change the world type of news, but it would certainly, it takes a technology that exists and actually makes it usable. So we'll go over that in a minute. And another episode I'm going to review. I'm going to publicly shame Marvel by bestowing the Wild Wild West Award on Marvel, the comic book company, not the studio. And I'll explain that in another episode. And for people who live in the Lexington, Kentucky area, which is primarily the people who watch this show, if you're a cord cutter, there are new over-the-air channels coming, and I'll review some of those in another episode. But for now, for this episode, I'm Spike.
I'm Chris.
That's still Chris. We'll see you next time on Geekin' Out, and you're not missing a thing if you're not seeing Rogue One, trust me.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.